We're just going to put your notes directly into your notebook. So I didn't pass out a paper during class. You're just going to write it in on page 7. And the objective is going to be 4.1. I can write fractions as decimals. And decimals as fractions. So I need you to write down everything that I write down in this video for your notes. So the first thing we're going to write down is how to write fractions as decimals. So we're going to write writing fractions as decimals. And there's only one. Well, there's really two steps. One if it's a fraction, two if it's mixed number. The first step is top divided by bottom. And then the second step is to put the whole number in front. That step is really only if it's a mixed number. Whole number in front. And in a second I'm going to show you exactly how we do this. So the first example is going to be, let's do 3/10. So I'm going to put examples, and example A is going to be 3/10. And you always want to keep going until you either get a remainder of 0 or until you see a repeating pattern. So for this first one we're going to do 3 divided by 10. We do top divided by bottom. And then 10 doesn't go into 3, so I'm going to put a decimal point here and here. Then I can add a 0. And 10 doesn't go into 3, but 10 will go into 30 3 times. So I put a 3 up here. 3 times 10 is 30. I subtract and I have a remainder of 0. So this one's finished. So I know 3/10 of the decimal is 0.3. For my next example, I'm going to do 3/8. So for 3/8, again, I'm going to do top divided by bottom. 8 will not go into 3, so I'll add a decimal and a 0 and a decimal above. 8 will go into 30. 8 goes into 30 3 times. 3 times 8 is 24. 24 is 6. And I bring down another 0. 8 goes into 60 7 times. 7 times 8 is 56. Subtract and I get a 4, then I bring down another 0. 8, I need to put the 0. 8 will go into 45 times. 8 times 5 is 40. And I subtract and I get a remainder of 0. Since I have a remainder of 0, I know that I'm finished. So 3/8 as a decimal is 0.375. For example C, I'm going to put that down here. I'm going to do 2 and 7/9. So for this one, this is where I'm going to use this second step, and at the end I'm just going to put the whole number in front. So at the beginning I'm just going to worry about this fraction part and do the 7/9. So I'm going to do 7 divided by 9, and 9 will not go into 7 evenly, so I'm going to add a decimal point here and here. 9 will go into 70 7 times. 7 times 9 is 63. I subtract, I get a 7. 70 minus 63 is 7. I bring down another 0. 9 will go into 70 7 times. 7 times 9 is 63. I subtract, I get a 7. Bring down another 0. You're probably starting to notice that this is going to keep happening every single time. 9 will go into 70 7 times again. 7 times 9 is 63. And I subtract and I get another 7. This is never going to stop, so I can stop dividing because I know this is going to keep going on forever. And I know that 7/9 is the same as 0.7 repeating. So I'm going to use both of these steps. I'm going to put the whole number in front, put a 2, then my decimal point, and then 2.7 repeating. So we put the bar over the top to show that the 7 is repeating forever and ever. And then we just have to go the other way, and we have to say how to write decimals as fractions. So I'm going to put down here in my notes, writing decimals as fractions. And all we have to do to write decimals as fractions is find the place value of the last digit and then simplify, and then again we might have to put the whole number in front. So the first step is the place value of the last digit. To simplify, and then we might have to put the whole number in front. Whole number in front. So let's do some examples. We'll put examples. So say I have to write, let's do example A again. I'm going to write 0.15 as a fraction. I look at the place value of the digit that's furthest to the right, this one. It's in the hundredths place. So that means 0.15 is going to be 15 over 100. And then I need to simplify. So I notice that I can divide the top and bottom by 5. So 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 100 divided by 5 is 20, and that can't be simplified, so I'm finished with that one. For example B, I'm going to do, let's do negative 2.375. So I look at the place value of the last digit. That's in the thousandths place. So I have to do 375 over 1,000 and then simplify. I notice that 25 will go evenly into the top and the bottom. 375 divided by 25 is 15. 1,000 divided by 25 is 40. So I'm not completely done simplifying. I can still divide them both by 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 40 divided by 5 is 8. Now I still have to go back and do the step 3, put the whole number in front. So negative 2.375 is going to be negative 2, just put the whole number in front, and 3/8. That's all you need to have in your notes for 4.1.